What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike.
And I'm John, and we're the DIY Topic Guys.
On this channel, we give you guys an inside look at the hottest trending topics making the most noise around the world today.
Our style is 3 topics for 3 minutes each, that way you can get in, get out, and get on with your day.
So today's topics are Caitlyn Jenner and having an opinion on trans women in sports, DogeCoin, and finally, the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce. So if you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Make sure you guys are commenting, liking, interact with us. Let us know what you guys think about all this stuff. Also, make sure you guys have your push notifications on. That way you guys never miss out on a video and you're always up in the know. All right, first topic. Caitlyn Jenner having an opinion on trans women and being able to compete or not compete in sports.
Yeah, so huge double standard. Apparently, only if you are a female transitioning to a man may you compete with those men. If you're a man transitioning to a female, it's a hard no-go. You can't play with females, which makes perfect sense because, like we talked about in one of our previous videos, you get swole if you're a dude. You have testosterone for your entire life.
Yeah, so I feel like it's the double standard that I honestly agree with this though.
Oh, me too, 100%.
Because as a man, you get the testosterone, and as a woman transitioning to be a man, I guess if you're taking testosterone, you could, I don't know what the effects are, but I guess you could get as big as a man.
Yeah, oh yeah, you get, I mean, look at some of the trans athletes that are out there. Like some of them, like, they were like shapely women. Now they have like traps like from their ears down. You know what I mean? Like it's inevitable. But Caitlyn Jenner is cool with chicks being dudes and then go playing with dudes. But she's not cool with dudes becoming chicks and then go playing with chicks.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that though.
I mean, I agree completely. But I'm just saying it's funny how one-sided it is. Like it's power for trans people, right? Like unless, you know.
In terms of safety, I guess it makes sense because, all right, me and you, we get into a ring together. I feel like, I mean, you're obviously kill me, but I can hold my own a little bit against you as opposed to my wife coming down here and being like, you know what, I want to be a man today and I'm going to start my first treatment, but here you go. Or you deciding that you want to be a woman, you getting into the ring with her and...
Yeah, just be like, it's no big deal. I'll get in with, you know, I'll lose some weight, get fake boobs, I'll go fight women. Fighting the heavyweight class. Like, it's so unfair. It really is. Like across the board. Like what? I mean, you need a trans league, just like we need a steroids league, just like we need a regular league. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I feel like there wouldn't be that many people in it though.
The trans league? No.
But you know what? To me, this is a very good thing. It finally has someone of notoriety to speak out on it. And maybe these people who are in the boxing federation or the UFC world, and they look at this person who's gone in there and broke people's faces by doing it.
Literally crushing skulls.
Maybe they can be like, you know what? Maybe we don't have to be coy with our tongue and hold our tongue and say, you know what? We have to do this, as opposed to getting, like, we have to worry about people actually being scared of losing their jobs or whatever. So maybe this will start the trend of that. Then you have a new movement. People are going to get pissed off and cry about
There's always going to be something. People are always going to cry about something, no matter what.
Yeah, and
but
unfortunately,
I mean, at least she would know better than her. Like, you know, she did the old.
I don't know if that's true.
You know, yeah, I don't know either.
Next topic, DogeCoin or
Dog or Doji or dog, or like whoever you are. No one, I don't think anyone really knows, but you know, it's the Shiba Inu, the dog. You know,
cute mascot.
They're super cool dogs. This shit is nuts. So read a stat. If you put $1,000 in January of this year, you'd have enough to buy a Tesla today.
Which Tesla? There's a lot of Teslas.
There is a lot of Teslas, and you know what? I'm not 100% certain which one, but even if it's the bare bottom one, that's like 50 grand. So that's a pretty nice.
For argument's
Nice
sake,
little
let's
jump.
just make it the $150,000 one.
Hell yeah.
Just for you know, embellishing purposes. But so I wanted to put in back in January. I was getting into the crypto, trying to understand it, and I wanted to put in about $2,000 into DogeCoin, and I want to say it was at like -1 cent.
Yeah, cents.
Yeah, like half a cent.
Yeah,
for
like
one. And at the current prices, last I checked, it was like 60 cents or something. I would be rolling in my little Doges. And unfortunately, the app that I was using did not allow me to buy them. And I just never cared enough to look back at it until today, where I'm living in a world of regret. And
until Teslas later, or missing Teslas later.
Yeah.
It really is crazy. I don't know. I mean, long term, like crypto world, like I don't think Dogecoin's ever. I mean, it was made as a joke, like to begin with, which is astonishing just by itself. But if anything, it shows the true power of like the masses, the people. That's the people's coin. They made that into what it is.
I feel like it's just, well, Elon Musk, being as brilliant as Elon Musk is, just being like, you know what, I can buy 60 trillion of this, and I have the power. I can just jack up the price to $1, and I can make 800 billion gazillion dollars. But you have people like you and me that are like, you know what, I wish I got into Bitcoin. Now it's at $60,000 or $50,000, and people are like, well, I can get into this, and now I can make this Bitcoin. Yeah. So I feel like crypto in itself is a FOMO type thing at this point.
Can be, for sure.
And I still do not understand it.
Just think it's a imagine the bank ledger, you know, so there's transactions. It's just literally different nodes or miners is what it would be. Like you have a mining PC, you know, I'm mining PC, that we're confirming or denying transactions off of a master ledger. And then for doing that, we get rewarded in X amount of coins, whatever the algorithm is written as.
So when every single person in the world only has like one Bitcoin,
there's not enough. There's a finite amount of Bitcoin.
But there's one person who has 100 million Bitcoin or whatever.
Lots of them.
How does that translate to world economy?
They're super fucking rich, and everybody else is just so-so.
Like these people with our next topic, the Bill Gates and Melinda divorce.
Ooh, juicy. Yeah, craziness. You want to talk about the biggest alimony suit of all time? Lawyer's probably chomping at the bits, this bad boy, right?
But so they got married back in, I want to say, the late 80s, before Microsoft more or less took off.
Really. But is she gonna try to make claim she made Microsoft what it is? Because is that gonna be a claim? Is she gonna try to pull one of those?
But all right, so let's put it this way: she has her own money through this. I have to assume she worked for Microsoft. She got her own stock option. I know nothing about this. I don't know if she actually did or not. But at this point, if you are, let's just say, worth $100 million as a couple, and she might be worth her own, I have no idea.
Who knows? Yeah, I literally have no idea who she is.
But when you're walking away and you're Bill Gates, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to give you $80 million or $20 billion worth of assets. Are you really going to cry?
He'll make, I mean, through all the, like, I mean, this may be a little hearsay, but like through all this pandemic stuff, you know, he's definitely got some fingers in pockets through vaccines and stuff like that. So I'm sure he's going to make plenty of this money back pretty fast. But even still, nonetheless, the amount of, when you reach those kinds of levels of that kind of level of money, and when you put it into investment, like, it's hard to outpace the interest.
Yeah.
Like it'd be hard for him to spend the interest.
See, my personal opinion on what they're going to do is, so just a quick stat. They bought their home back in 1988 for $2 million. 1988, they bought it for $2 million. It is now worth $170 million.
Is that before or after he moved it into the mountain that was across the lake? The guy picked up his house from one side of the lake, moved it to the other side of the lake, inside the mountain. That's money. That's
balls.
That's villain money.
So they currently own 270,000 acres over 19 states. They run the biggest philanthropical, I don't know how to say that,
Philanthropologically?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that anyway. You guys
They're philanthropists.
Yes.
Philanthropists, or whatever, you know. It's
Always sunny right there.
Perfect.
So they own all of that. They run the Bill and Melinda Gates Society. Do they go into a divorce with the mindset of, say, you know what, we are actively trying to give all our money away. Do we just pull our assets into this
foundation,
and then we don't really care about who is getting more or less?
Who knows? And like, I didn't look. I mean, it could. One would think you would hope they would do that because they're supposed to be like humanitarians or whatever, philanthropists. But like, for all we know, that could just really be a tax haven for them, and then they could just be the ones in control of that what is now a trust's wealth, and they could go and spend it however they please and saves them tax-wise because they're, the company's not a trillionaire.
Does splitting money 50-50 matter at that point?
Does money matter to them at this point? That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Just to recap with you, we talked about Caitlyn Jenner and her thoughts about the whole transgenders in sports. We talked about DogeCoin, a little bit of some other cryptocurrency stuff, and we talked about Bill and Melinda Gates getting the old snip, not being together anymore.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys will consider subscribing down below. Make sure you guys like and comment to continue the conversation with us. Also make sure you guys have post notifications on as well. Make sure you guys tune into the next episode. That way you guys can get in, get out, and get on with your day. We are DIY Topic Guys.
That's a fact.